Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I'm going to try a new aesthetic for myself. So it's been trending for a while and I low-key like it, but it's not really my vibe. But we're going to try the clean girl aesthetic. And what do we mean by clean girl? Let me put some pictures on screen for you, but it's all about minimal, low makeup, being glowy, releasing that inner you. It's like powerful, I feel like it. But I also feel like the people who do wear this have like perfect skin, but let's test it out. And of course, today we're gonna test it out with drugstore products because who has all that money for all these expensive products? Not me. But that's enough rambling and I should probably jump into the video, but I have to remind you something. And I have to remind you to please hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me. I would love your support as this year is gonna be my year. I feel it. If you're on board, subscribe to my channel to see more of me and lots of makeup fun. And remember, I do take requests. If you leave something in the comments, I can make something just for you. But without further ado, let's jump on into the video. So, hair tied up so I don't ruin my lovely yellowy hair as it needs toning, but let's ignore that. Let's get on with the makeup. So, we want to glow from within. We want to bring out our goddess, our bad bee. So, first we're going to moisturize. And for moisturizer today, I'm actually going to be using this Nivea Soft Moisturizer. So this is a light moisturizer and it works really well under skin. And it's super nourishing and really nice, so that's why I've decided to go with it, and it's super affordable. Also, I haven't got many moisturizers. Like, I have my favorite ones, but to be honest, they're not drugstore and I didn't want to include them in this video or my title would be misleading. Before I start with the base makeup, I'm gonna focus on brows first. This is because I want to get them stuck down in place. And if I do it after my base makeup, the products don't mix very well and it doesn't look that great. Also, it gives us some time for that moisturizer to really sink into our skin. To set my brow hairs in place, today I'm using the NYX Brow Glue. And honestly, I love this product. And I have moisturizer all over my hands, so I can't undo it. But there we are. I love this product. It works super well. Even Michaela herself loves this product. But let me show you how we're going to stick down our brows. So we're going to take the spoolie and we're going to do something different. And we're going to brush it this way to coat all of those hairs so we get them down. And we are going to first brush them up and then we want to brush them to the side. We don't want fluffy brows for this look. We want them natural brows. And look at that gel doing its thing. And then the last thing that I've recently seen people doing on TikTok, it's all about brushing the end hairs up. Just to give that lift, something like that. Now I'm just gonna do exactly the same to the other brow. And there is the other brow done. And of course, remember the saying, sisters, not twins. So I'm gonna leave that as that for now and let them set properly. And then we can add in some color if I feel like they need them. But let's go back onto the base. So let's prime this skin. To prime the skin, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip primer today. So this is a super hydrating, grippy primer. This is the best. Can I just say, e.l.f. do some of the best primers I've ever tried. They are my favorite. I would love to work with e.l.f. one day just to show off all their great primers. Because you got this one, you got Poreless Putty Primer, you got the niacinamide one, which I haven't yet tried. There's tons. See, I love them. But look at that stick. Now we have all primed, let's go in with the base makeup. Where this is a very minimal, light makeup, we want to be glowy, you could use a serum foundation or a very light, dewy foundation right now. Or you can go in straight with your concealer, contour and blush. And exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using the Revolution Eye Bright and Bright Light, like concealer ones. So they look pretty empty, but they do have product in. I've got one for concealer, got one for contouring, and then one for blush slash highlighting. And this is going to be perfect as I'm going to be able to sculpt out my face exactly how we want it. So first is concealer, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Fair. So for this look, it's all about the lifted face. So let me show you where you would want to apply your concealer. You want to apply the inner and the outer corner on both sides, just like that, around the nose, in the middle of the forehead, and you can follow the corners of your mouth upwards just to enhance the lift. You could also apply some nose contour as well, but today I'm not going to do that. Next, I'm going to be using the concealer in the shade Mocha to contour. So for this, it's all about lift. So we're going to place our contour higher up today, just like so on both sides. We're going to do the same with the eye here and just apply a little bit to create the lifted eye. And then lastly, a bit around the head for that bronziness and a tiny bit at the bottom as well. And there is the contouring done. Now let me apply the blush slash highlighter. For highlighter, I'm using the Revolution Bright Light in the shade Beam Pink. So now I'm just going to apply it to the tops of my cheeks like so, and any high parts of the face, so like my nose, the top of my brow bones as well, and then a bit on the cupid's bow. I'm going to leave it like that, and if I feel like I need more highlight afterwards, I will apply it later. So now it's time to blend, but before we blend, I've obviously had those products sitting on my face a little bit, so I want to rehydrate them so they blend seamlessly. And for this, I'm going to be using the Beauty Co-op Cherie Setting Mist. So about this one, I was like, is this drugstore? It's drugstore as in like it's great, cheap, good value for money. You don't really get it in the drugstore, or I don't think, like you can't buy it in Boots or in Superdrug, but it's great. I don't know. So let's just try this one out. If you didn't have this and you wanted drugstore, I recommend the Revolution Super Dewy Spray. But mine's run out, that's why I've got to use this one. So let's spray our face. Now we want to blend it out with a sponge, and I'm using the Coco Cosmetics Beauty Blender. So if you ever have makeup on like this, it's always better to blend from dark to light. So we're going to start with our contour, concealer, and then we're going to go to highlighter this time. So I'm just going to take that sponge and bounce the product in, and look how easily it is blending today. Just while we're here blending, I was wondering if anyone has watched the skiing vlog. So I recently came back from a ski trip, and my last video was the vlog, and it was such a great trip, and I was so happy to share it with you guys. And if you haven't watched it, I'll leave the link down below for you to watch. But honestly, look how easily these products blend out so nicely, just like a dream. And being super careful on the eye, and remembering to blend it in the up direction at all times, just to create that lifted face. Now that contour is blended out, I'm going to go on to the concealer. And this concealer is so hydrating, but also provides a lot of coverage, which is why I felt like I didn't need to apply a foundation today. Remembering to blend up in that motion and not moving our product around too much. And being super careful with the eyes, I like to pinch the sponge to help it be more precise because I have a small face, and bounce, bounce, bounce. So leaving the concealer on for so long has given it that more coverage, so I don't have to worry about my eye bags. And lastly, it's time to blend that highlighter using the bottom of the sponge and bouncing that product into the skin, blending it out, just like we did with the other shades. There all other base products blended out, and I feel super hydrated and glowy. And it's thanks to those products, to be honest. They are more dewy, light coverage, like they've got vitamin C in to help brighten your face, which is why I thought they were perfect for this routine today. Next step is to take a little bit of powder to set that concealer so we don't crease. And I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Pressed Powder and Morphe E48 brush. Just going to pick some up on my brush and just push it in under the eyes. This also helps to brighten them up a little more. I also go around the nose because I talk and smile a lot, and that's where I like to crease. Now my base makeup is done, I can really truly judge my brows, and I do want a bit of colour in them. But I'm going to add some colour with the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift Pencil. So here we go, we've got the colour on one side and the spoolie on the other. And I'm just going to add some more colour into the tail, just mimicking brow-like strokes so it doesn't look too unnatural. And the product just takes to the hairs, making them look a little bit darker. Am I the only one who has a favourite brow? Because I love this brow. This brow just never behaves. Sticking with the eyebrow pencil, I'm just going to add a little wing to my eye just to continue lifting them. So I've drawn a little line, and then I take my finger and wipe it up, and it just lifts that eye. I'm going to do the same on the other one. Just a super natural wing lifting up the eyes. Continuing on with the eyes, it's now time to add some mascara. First, I'm going to give them a curl just to help them look more lifted. And now I'm going to apply the Revolution Wispy Lash Mascara. And then when I apply, I'm going to pull the lashes up and out just to give them a little lift in this direction. And I'm going to leave the bottom lashes with no mascara on to keep that fresh upwards look. You could then apply a half lash if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave it like this and move on to the lips. For lips, again, we want something natural, something clean but glossy to show the glow and the youth within you. To align them and add some colour, I'm going to be using the NYX Suede pencil in the shade Soft Spoken. So I'm just using this to like define my lips and add a bit more colour, and then I'm going to add a gloss on top. So first I'm going to apply the liner as I usually would, and then like shade into the middle of the lip as well. So I've just lined them, and now I'm just going to lightly bring in that colour into the rest of the lips. This just makes it look a bit more natural. And for gloss, I'm going to be using this pink milky gloss. I've pulled off the sticker at the bottom, so I do not know what shade it's in, but it's pink. And now we're just going to apply this all over the lips. And now it's time to set our face one last time to make sure we're glowing all day. And to finish this look, I'm actually just going to slick back my hair, as in pull these parts to the back and just add a claw clip in, as it's all about the slick hair when it comes to the clean girl look. So I'm just going to take my hair to the back and then use this soft bristle brush to make sure all the hairs are nice and in place and slick. You can use a gel to make sure this actually does stay down, but I do not want to be using gel at the moment with my hair. And we give it a twist at the back and take our claw clip and put it in like so, just like that. And this is the finished look. What do you think? Would you adopt the clean girl makeup look, or do you already do it? I like it, and I do feel really fresh. I feel like this will be a nice everyday routine, and I do want to try it out more. Like, I even like the way the hair kind of lifts your face. I do like it so much. And I actually prefer this brow to this brow now, like really looking at it. But I really enjoyed creating this look, and I love trying something new. And I might actually pull some of these techniques into my everyday routine. If you like this look and the video, please hit the thumbs up. And please leave a comment if you would create this look yourself. And lastly, subscribe to my channel to see more makeup tutorials, makeup challenges, and the odd vlog here and there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for sticking around to the end of it. It means so much to me, and I'll see you in my next video next week. Bye guys!